All right. Anyway, on to aliens, alien invasion. How would it go down? So ultimately, uh, like the big ships just coming into our atmosphere so you can see them, like it's not gonna go down like that. Like I highly doubt it. I kind of just think, okay, how will we do it, right? The main thing is observe. So they're going to send something, maybe like a satellite, right, to just watch the planet and observe, see, okay, is there life on this planet? Then after that, you want to know, okay, is it intelligent life? So let's say that they are able to say that one is intelligent versus the other. Then I think they probably would, because when you come here, you'll see our satellites around the planet. So there you're gonna say, okay, you'll probably be able to detect some type of high concentration of nuclear activity in one area, probably in several all throughout the planet, right? So then you can say, all right, they have some type of nuclear technology, and this is them looking at us. Then after you observe and you make that and you say, okay, there is life on that planet and they are intelligent. All right. At that moment, you want to grab a specimen, right? You're gonna have to abduct someone and just find their genetic. I mean, you have to find out everything about them. So you're gonna have to the first one. You will probably kill the first one, or just at some point, because you're going to want to just do a thorough examination to see what you can understand about it. Then so there'll be an abduction, maybe. I think ultimately you'll try to see if you can communicate with it, so they'll see if they can communicate with us, with whatever one they abduct. So it's just going to be some random person, probably out in the field somewhere where there's not a lot of people, because it's hard to tell. I mean, because you don't want to draw attention, but at the same time, I mean, if you look at us, if we had to grab an ant to check it out, I mean, we would go to their colony and just grab one. I mean, wherever we see one, we're going to take it. We don't care if they see us or not. Like, we don't care about that, because what can they do, right? We believe that we're that more advanced than they are. So it could go that way. Like, they could do like in a big city, like, just grab someone, or in a rural area where you see, okay, it's not that many, because I guess if you know that, okay, they are intelligent, if you label them intelligent, then I guess you would have to assume that they would know. So with that in mind, grab one in some rural area, grab a few of them and learn as much as you can about them, see how they react, try to communicate. Right, so they're going to try to communicate with whoever they grab at some point. Might not be the first one, but at some point, okay, see, then grab a few of them, grab more than one, see if they can communicate with each other. And so you're doing a testing to see their capabilities. After you do that, I think if you got to that point, I don't believe that you want to kill the entire species. Like, because if you're doing all of this test, it's to see if you can communicate with them, and if you can, then it's to build a relationship with it. Is because 9 times out of 10 you haven't come in contact with another intelligent life form. So I think that's one angle, and then I mean, okay, for them to get here, that's a great distance to cover. So, you know, now you're talking about moving faster than the speed of light, or like most sci-fi things, they maybe their planet is, you know, on the break, is at the end of its existence, and they're leaving. So we already know that, okay, they have to be a lot faster than us, because if not, then all right, now they're generating, maybe they're breeding along for thousands and thousands, millions, right, of years. So you know, so for them to get from one galaxy to this galaxy, they have to be moving at the speed of light or going through wormholes. And you know, like, if they're at that level, then you know, only a few things can happen, right? I mean, let's say that that we are able to move at the speed of light, right, or faster. Uh, we would need some type of really good energy source, which a lot of, I think, scientists are leaning towards. Like, they're trying to create a black hole. Like, they're trying to do that now, uh, and to see if they can harness power and energy from that, right? So all in all, it lies in the sun. So if you're going to be using the sun as energy, right, then that means that the first one, I mean, that you're gonna find a galaxy that you're gonna use their sun, because we can't, like, let's say we were doing it, we're not gonna kill our own sun, right, for this, to use this energy. Like, we're gonna have to find another sun and kill that sun, right, use that sun's energy. If that sun, let's say that sun, and within its I guess in its orbit, there's one planet with life on it, right? Okay, so I think if people knew that, they would be like, no, because it's life there. Let's, you know, we just found life. All right, you go hit the next sun, right? The closest next sun that you can go to, and you know, this is all in theory. You get to that one, and you find that there's life around there. So then now, it's like, okay, all right, let's hit the third one. After the third one, I think that we're not gonna care if there's life or not, right? We want to move at the speed of light, and the sun holds the answers. So we're gonna use that sun. So we're gonna exhaust the power of that sun to wipe out a whole species, a whole nother planet of life. We would do that. So, you know, so with that in mind, I see that, okay, for another species, or, you know, some aliens to get here, I mean, they're gonna have to move faster than the speed of light, or they're using portals, you know, creating like black holes, or they're doing something like that to cut the distance between time. But all of that stuff has to have some type of energy source. Like, you have to use energy to make stuff like that. So what are you pulling from? So by the time they get to us, if we're not the target of, you know, just using the sun, like, if they come to our planet, it's to you know, I would think it's to make contact and try to build a relationship. If they're anything like us, then it's to conquer, right? If we went to if we went to a planet that had early Neanderthals, or, you know, like, let's say they can't even make fire, right? But you can tell, okay, they can communicate with each other, and they can tame their environment. Like, they're not. There's other stronger creatures out there, but they're able to hold their own, and not get eaten, right, based off of their mind and their tools. So we would observe them and then make contact, but mainly to rule, to conquer, I think. Yeah, there's going to be people that say, no, you know, we don't want to conquer. We just want to help them, right? But if we were to meet man before he could make fire, so he just have tools, I doubt that we would show him anything. because now he has the potential to be on the same page as us, and you know, so I don't know. There's a lot of variables there, because that wouldn't be a problem. Like, it would be a problem if they had the ability to come to our planet, because you know, like, all right, you show them this technology and now they can come here. Well, what's their agenda, and who's to say that they don't want to, you know, now take our planet, right? So that's the idea. So it's a lot of variables there. This is the first one. So we covered how an alien invasion would happen. I think first, you know, they're going to observe, do a lot of observation, and then grab a few people, see how they interact with each other, what's our makeup, our genetics, code, just everything, all of that. See how we think, how we overcome problems with our environment. So bring other creatures from this planet and see how we deal with that. So okay, and then after that, maybe put one of their creatures in there and see how we interact with that, you know. So it'd be like, okay, see how one person handles one of their creatures, just not even them, but just some creature. Maybe first do a harmless creature, so that the people, you know, the person, and then gradually work them to see how they overcome these adversities that they have already overcome, to see, okay, are they smarter than us, you know. So I think, and then after that, after they complete that series of tests, and then even throw them in with creatures that, like, you know, like us throwing one of them in with like a tiger or a lion or something that we know that we can't really take on without weapons and tools, you know, and see how we interact with that, and then maybe give us some tools, and give us our own tools, and see, okay, can you tame, we see you can tame your predators with your tools. Now let's see if you can use our tools. So I think, you know, it would be a while. I think after all of that, you know, then you can stage some type of introduction, because that, like, we do a lot of movies about it, but like the physical, actually seeing and knowing that there's something else, like that is I think that, you know, a lot of people can't handle it. When I say a lot, like, I mean like 99% of the whole population on Earth, like, we can't handle. Like, I remember watching Two Girls in One Cup and thinking, like, man, I wish that I never saw that. Like, it was just something I just didn't want to see. Like, I would never watch that again, just because, like, that's just, for me that's just nasty and just horrible. Like, I don't want to see that, you know. Two Girls in One Cup, I'm good. Like, I don't want to see that. And there's some things that we really, like, just multiply that, you know, by whatever great unimaginary number, you know, and that's going to be the equivalent to actually seeing and knowing something is intelligent outside of this world, you know. And let's say they was more intelligent than us. I think we could handle if we were doing the exploration and we found it and it's not intelligent, like it's not as intelligent as we are, we could handle that. But to know that something is more intelligent than us, like, I feel like, you know, like, we couldn't handle it. So it would take all of those tests to actually prepare us as a species to actually meet and come in contact with something outside of our planet, other than our planet, that's alive as we know it, you know. So all right, there you go. This is Bo Knows Science Fiction, but the channel probably is what, like, Bo's Science Fiction. So there it is, Bo's Science Fiction. Like I said, leave comments, rate, make a video in response, you know, covering anything that you feel like, hey man, I don't really agree with that. Just put it down, and